Hello everyone, this is Dr. Ritika Gauba, your PhD coach, mentor and guide. After we posted our first video in which we had told you about the UGC's latest regulation making PhD a mandatory qualification for the post of assistant professors after the year, actually from June 2023. So after watching this video, many of our students had this query that what will happen to the future of UGC NET after PhD has been made mandatory. So they basically had two questions. That if PhD is made mandatory, then what would be the value of qualifying UGC NET? Or will there be any value of qualifying UGC NET once PhD has been made mandatory? Some other people asked us that will both PhD and UGC NET be made mandatory qualification for the post of assistant professors in India? So in this video, we are going to answer, as promised to many of our students, both these questions. So before we predict the future of UGC NET, let us understand what UGC NET is. So when we talk about UGC NET, we are basically talking about two examinations. The first one is called as UGC NET, University Grants Commission's National Eligibility Test. The other one is UGC CSIR NET. So UGC plus CSIR, Council for Scientific and Industrial Research, conducts the second examination, UGC CSIR NET. So UGC, you all must be knowing, that is a very prestigious and important regulatory body in the Indian educational system. So this UGC NET is conducted in 81 papers related to humanities, social sciences, computer sciences, management, commerce, accounts, various languages, and so on. Whereas your CSIR UGC NET is conducted in basically science subjects and is conducted in 5 papers altogether. Both these papers, both these examinations are conducted separately twice a year, usually in June and in December. The body which organizes this examination is called NTA, National Testing Agency, which comes under the gamut of Ministry of Education. Now, what happens if you qualify this exam? Why do people give this exam? To understand that, let us go back to the background of when it all started. How was UGC NET first conducted and why was it conducted? So the first time UGC NET was conducted by the Ministry of Education was in 1984, and it was first conducted for the selection of JRF, that is Junior Research Fellows. And then 5 years after that, the same examination started being utilized for determining the eligibility of assistant professors. So this is almost a 35-40-year-old examination, which is being conducted since then for the same purpose. So even now, when you fill up the UGC NET form, you will be both CSIR or UGC NET form, you will be asked whether you want to apply for only for assistant professorship or for both assistant professorship and JRF. Of course, JRF can be filled, has got certain age restrictions. So if you qualify assistant professorship, then you are eligible to become an assistant professor in any of the higher educational institutions across India. If you qualify both assistant professorship and JRF, then besides being eligible for assistant professorship, you also get a status of fellowship, junior research fellow from UGC, and you get a fellowship or a scholarship for pursuing PhD from any of the UGC recognized universities across India. Since JRF is a very big topic in itself, we will be talking about JRF in some other separate video and giving you more details about it. So let us come back to this assistant professorship through NET examination. So NET is the only examination which makes a person eligible for assistant professorship across the nation. So there are other examinations which are conducted which make you eligible for AP, that is assistant professors, but only in that specific state. Nationally, if you want to become eligible, then this is the only exam. Now, what is the magnitude of this exam? How many people give this exam and how many actually qualify it? So we tried to analyze the data of last 5 or 6 years of UGC NET, only UGC NET examination, and we created a table for you. So that this data has been taken from very reliable sources like UGC NET press releases or NTA press releases and some other newspaper sources, most of which we will be showing you as the video progresses. So in this video, as you can see, there has been a rampant increase in the number of people who have been appearing for UGC NET. I would again like to say this is the data only related to UGC NET and not CSIR NET, but still the number of students have been increased exponentially. As you can see, when in 2019, there were almost 20 lakh people who had appeared for this exam. In the last exam in 2021, when COVID was still going on, almost 30 lakh people had appeared for this exam. How many actually qualified? So the various sources, the newspaper sources and the NTA says that approximately every year, the top 6%, so of all the people who actually give this exam and qualify both the papers, so UGC NET is conducted in 2 papers, so those people who clear the cutoff of both the papers together, of those people, the top 6% usually make it to the assistant professorship. They qualify for assistant professorship, and almost 1% or even less qualify the JRF examination. Sharing with you, for example, is a report from Hindustan Times, which says that in 2020, 8 lakh people had applied, 5 lakh people had appeared, of which only 40,000 had cleared the assistant professorship exam, and somewhere around 6,000 had cleared the JRF and AP examination. So, my dear friends, to conclude, I can just say that based on all this discussion and my research and analysis, we can say that UGC NET has been conducted specially for the selection of assistant professors across India. As I said, this is the only exam which determines the eligibility of assistant professors across India. Though there are other exams which are conducted for JRF purposes, but for assistant professorship, nationally, no other exam is conducted. Then this is conducted by some extremely important pertinent bodies like your NTA, your CSIR, your UGC. All of them come somewhere or the other come under the ministry, the central government. So extremely important bodies conduct this examination. None of these bodies, nobody has anywhere hinted that, UGC NET or CSIR NET in future it will not be conducted, or this examination will not hold its importance in future. Nobody has said anything like that. So common sense says that an exam of this reach, this uniqueness, this age and this stature will not go away anytime easily. So till the time you get any kind of official communication, my suggestion to you is keep taking this examination very seriously, like the way you were doing it before. Study for it properly, try to qualify it and become eligible for assistant professorship and JRF, whatever you want to do. Okay, this is Dr. Ritika Gauba from NET PhD. Consultancy which is here to empower you with knowledge. So whatever information you want about PhD, about eligibility exams, please tell us and we will make a video for you. If you are confused, if you want to have a one-on-one session with me and discuss your PhD requirements and how you should go about this journey, then you can contact us on the WhatsApp number given on the video or in the description box. That's it from me today. Do subscribe to our channel, like us and share this video. Thank you so much for listening to me.